Vanier. I don't know if you, I don't know if you ever went to, if you've been to college or if you've
I
been
went
to
to
Vanier,
Abbott.
whatever.
I've been. I don't think I've
Abbott.
ever been inside of Vanier, so I know what
Okay.
Vanier is, and I can contextualize what you mean.
Okay. So I see dudes freestyling in Jake's Mall, and I'm like, I could do that. And my friend's beside me, and she's like, actually, you can, you should. And then there was a guy in front of me. He knew I had skills because I did a freestyle thing for them, like maybe like 2 weeks before that incident. And he knew I had skills, but his reply was, "They're just gonna give it to you because you're a girl." And I was like, "Come on, bro." And he was like, "No, they're just gonna give it to you because you're a girl. If they give it to you, it's because you're a girl. So that's why." I was like, "Okay, whatever, if you say so." But I never actually joined in because you had to sign up, and I missed the sign up date. I didn't even know what was going on. Once again, my heads were in the books, and I was trying to get to where I thought I wanted to be.
I that's still fucked. I can't not
Yeah.
hear that at this point in 2020 and not go, yeah, that's some whack shit. There's like a no, there's just to let you know where I'm at on that subject. We are in the middle of preparing, as in life got busy, but Eve's first album. I don't know if you've ever listened to Eve's first album. Rough Riders presents First Lady, blah blah blah. Eve. That shit sounds like
uh,
an album where
mm,
a bunch of dudes got in the way and fucked that shit up and ruined her shit. Like, honestly, there's so many parts of this album where you're like, this does not sound like. Because, yo, you hear what Eve becomes.
yeah.
And you're like, nah, Eve did not get what the fuck she. Nah. Like, why, also, why do all the albums have Token Dude at the beginning? Like, have you heard, like, the first fucking Remy Ma album? There's a guy that hypes her up at the beginning of the project because that's what they did, right? There was a guy who had to hype up the lady on track one of every debut album. I don't know why. I mean, I do, but like, so this always happened. And then I don't know who the fucking guy on the Remy Ma album is. We couldn't figure it out. We couldn't find this guy's name. And I'm like, yo, think about that. Nobody knows who the fuck, or at least I don't know who the fuck this guy hyping her up is. But we think Remy Ma is like a fucking goat in media these days. So I'm like, that's fucking nifty, no? Oh, yeah, and as my Benny threw in, Eve, Missy, Lil Kim, like all of them had this dude on track one. A lot of the times it was in fact Busta, but like, and they all just like, yo, this girl's dope. Like, yo, why did you like? Now it seems like maybe kind of weird to people, but when you say something like that, yo, Remy Ma's first album comes out after you started college, right? So like, hip hop is clearly in that still climate, and like I don't know, man. Like I saw this interview with you right before this, where like dudes like female rapper, and I'm like, that's weird. Like it's not necessary to say that to people. That's how I feel about this. All right, like you're one of the dopest MCs in the city. All right, toe for toe.
Thank you.
You can go like fucking hands to anybody. Like yo, you murked the freestyle last week. She came in, she busted the shit, and everybody knew Serenity stole the crown that night. Okay, like there was no contest. Nobody doubted. Cool Man Logan's willing to admit it. Maybe we don't know with him sometimes. It is what it is. But like everyone knew you stole the crown, and like you don't need to say it like that. And the thing is people don't know that I did a lot of album reviews. I've been watching hip hop media for years. Trust, this is still a thing where like this female rapper to the point where like Meg the Stallion can't even make a fucking song without being scrutinized funny for having a couple of wits. Like yo, oh my god, yo, it drives me nuts. Okay, like once you become like aware of it and you start seeing it everywhere. And I'm not a lady, obviously. I don't have to go through this shit. But at least I can acknowledge to you publicly that it's a real fucking thing and it's kind of fucked up.
No, it's definitely a real fucking thing. It's definitely a real thing. Um, I mean, you mentioned something, the fact that all these female artists have to always have the accompaniment of a man in order to come out on the scene. It's, we're living in a patriarchy, so it's that, and rap is male dominated. So, it's like the female has to be co-signed by this male rapper or whoever he may be in order to seem legit, you know? So it's like, it's an issue. You know, every female rapper, like you said. So like Missy had Timbo, Little Kim had Puffy, Biggie, Foxy Brown, Jay-Z. You know, the list goes on. The
No,
list goes
it was
on, and
like to the point where they would like look for their girl because it became
yeah.
fashionable to have like a woman in your crew. I don't remember which one of them, but that's why they quit the group. It may have been Eve, it may have been somebody else. One of the stories, that's why they quit. It was like, yo, I was just like, that's some fucking bullshit. I don't want to be your token, whatever, whatever. And then they expect you to play a role. So it's
Hmm.
not even like that. Like they write your anyway. It gets real deep when you go into it.
That's the other problem, though. You're saying it, though. You're saying it, Holden. That's the other
Oh
problem. They want you to play a role. You know, they want you to play a role. So they're getting you in order to they're getting the female of their choice in order to have her play whoever they want to reflect for their company or for their label, you know. So it's a real thing, and you're not allowing the artist herself to be the artist herself.